Hi guys, so I've just bought a 3D printer. So you may wonder why I need a 3D printer for auto upholstery. There's a few reasons really. The first reason is there's a lot of plastic parts on cars that over time end up getting brittle and breaking, and they're unobtainable. You just can't buy them anymore. So the next alternative to actually replace these parts is to 3D print them, which is doable, but obviously I'm limited to the size of the printer bed and the size of the part. Some parts are just way too big to be 3D printed, but little parts are absolutely fine. Now another reason is, if I'm changing the colour of a seat from a light colour to a dark colour and all the plastic trims pieces are the light colour, they look very odd on a different coloured vehicle. So at the minute I'm doing a Range Rover Classic. So the Range Rover Classic has these light tan or beige or whatever colour form you want to call them around the seat. There's two of these and two of these, and I'm changing the colour to this. It's called saddle tan. I think they'll look a bit odd, so I need to change the colour of these. I have an alternative, which is spraying them, but if you spray things like this, then potentially you can chip the paint off and you see what's underneath, and over time that doesn't look great. So I've decided that I'm going to start printing these parts. Also, they have a little knob on the armrest to adjust the height of the armrests, and here's one that I printed in white just as a test, just to see whether it was doable, and the part is pretty much identical. This is one of these. I printed it in white just as a test, just to see the size, and that came out alright. The size was great. And also I want to start embossing leather. Now a few years ago I had a customer who wanted embossed design on the headrest of the car. This was the embossing. I'm not sure if you can see from there. And I had this made up. This is just a piece of aluminium where the logo was CNC cut out of it, and obviously in reverse, and then when you press it down you get the correct way around. Now I was wondering whether I could do this with a 3D printer, so that's my logo, obviously in reverse, and then I embossed it onto a piece of leather. There's a few issues with it which I'll deal with in the future, but this was just a test. So it's done what I wanted it to do. I managed to actually make a plate for embossing, and it works okay. But the trouble with 3D printers, it's a steep learning curve. You can download files from the internet and just print them straight off on the printer, but there's no files for things like this available. If there are, they're not publicly available, so I've had to design this. Now I've had to learn a new skill, which was CAD design. So I used a free CAD design software called Onshape and designed these parts in Onshape and printed them off. And the first print was this one. Did this one in black, and it's pretty similar, but the size was a bit off. It was a little bit too large, so obviously I have to redesign it, alter the sizes, and get to a final print. Now I'll show you the final print of these parts. So with the seats, there's two on each seat, one left, one right, and there's two seats, so it's 4 pieces of this and 2 of these. So last night I set the print off. It took about 10 hours to print these 6 parts, but leave it overnight, come back in the morning and it's done. So I'll get it off the bed now and I'll show you the print. So now this is the full print of the pieces. Obviously this was the original one, and this is the colour of the leather. So I've got two of those. They look a much better colour than that one, and the same with these. There we go. So this part was quite a easy part to design. Not much to it really. It's just a hole in one end and a cylinder at the end of the day with these flutes sticking out of it. So yeah, that part was quite easy to design. But when it came to this part was very tricky. It took me quite a few hours to actually design this part and get it to be like that. This is the second version of the part. The first version was this one here, and it came out a little bit wrong. The size was a little bit off. It's a little bit too wide. It did fit. It wasn't an issue that it didn't fit. It did fit onto the seat, but it did catch here when the seat was reclined. This became a little bit of an issue. Not a lot, but it did. The seat had to be quite well reclined to actually foul this bit here. And I'm not sure whether it does foul on the original part anyway. I didn't test the original parts. But I did redesign it. I wanted to get it as perfect as I could. So the second, I think it was the third design, was this one. And it's pretty spot on. It's about as close as I could get it. Just trying to measure all these different radiuses and angles and things like that wasn't the easiest thing to do, and to get everything in the correct position, especially the important things like this here. This bit has a trim clip in it, and the trim clip has to be in the exact right place, and also the hole that's on the side here has to be in the correct position. So it took a while to get everything to line up and to be absolutely spot on. So that's the final part. So I did buy a Bamboo Lab A1. I did a little bit of research and it seemed to be a decent enough printer for the money. So I went and bought it on Black Friday and probably got a decent deal. I saved about 120, 130 pound, I think. Overall, did buy the printer and a couple of rolls of filament just to start me off. Since then I have bought a smaller nozzle and a couple more rolls of filament because I have been running the printer quite a lot, just printing off parts, test pieces, things like these. I think I printed 3 of these. I think the first one had things missing. Sometimes when you design the thing on a screen and you look at it and you go, yeah, that's alright, and then you print it off, then offer it up to the part that you've designed from, you realise that you've missed bits off or the size isn't right. So back to the drawing board again and redesign and then print off. So I think I printed 3 of these off before I got to this one. I did play around with having a textured finish on it. I would like these to have a leather look finish like this has, but I think that is another lot of software and another learning curve. But I think in the future I will put textured surfaces on things, so it's as close to the original as I can get. I would like things to be very, very close to original. As it is, we just have a plain smooth part opposed to a textured part, but I have got a little bit of time before I use these parts. So yeah, over the Christmas holidays I think I will probably learn another lot of software and design this part. So I think it might be something like Blender. If you know better, if you think there's a better way of putting a textured surface like the leather on these, or the leather look on these parts onto here, then put it in the comments and I will give it a go. Any help is appreciated from anybody out there who is obviously a seasoned veteran at 3D printing and CAD design. That would be helpful for me as a learner. But I think as a first few attempts at 3D printing, I've not done too bad, and obviously CAD design, I haven't done too bad, but I will learn as I go along, and I will get better, and the parts will get much better. Yeah, as I look closer on this part, there's a few little things that I think I could do better. 3D printing, it's the future, apparently, getting more common. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, give it the old thumbs up. I hope you subscribed. I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.